Good morning from Mount Zion. I'm a little bit down today. It's rainy, which is good actually, but it looks like the war will start again. Rockets from Lebanon, from Yemen, from Gaza. I need to be optimistic, but it's very difficult for me. I thought that if I'll drink coffee, I will feel better. I drink coffee, I feel better, but it's still down. But I'm here at very close to the room of the Last Supper and the tomb of King David. And because it's raining now, let me climb up straight to the room. Usually I'm talking about the room here, but I'm melting. I am melting. It's nice to see some tourists here, I must say, but there's not a lot. And I'm still not working. The first work might be at the end of the month. It's raining, but it's not pouring. Ooh, Hadash. Well, the acoustic in the room is not the best, but I have no other choice now. Then let's enter together with Betty. All right, before you will ask what the cat is doing here, let me tell you that this is not the cat of the room, or maybe she just went to the hairdresser and changed the color of it. But there is a cat here, and we already accepted it as it is. The room. Then let's start with the story. You know what before that? Because one of you will write me down, Zahi, Isaac, it's not the same room. That room been destroyed at 70 AD. That is correct. The room is not the same room. What you see here is the room from the 12th century. But it was built on top of the place. Oh, hello. Who's playing? It was built by the Crusaders on top of the room that we believe Jesus and the disciples were. And this is good. I think you know that I love cats, especially naughty cats that got energy, not just the opposite of my energy. But let's leave me from that story, although it's in a way a sad story as well. Jesus was at Mount of Olives when he told the disciples, go to prepare the Passover meal in the city. And this is not a mistake. The room and the Passover inside the city was a must. Then in that case, they actually follow a man who's carrying water, and according to reality, it's a women thing to carry water, but because it was a man, we believe that it was part of the Essence cult, and the Essence lived in that area. Then Mount Zion was their, let's say, compound. In that case, they went up to the roof. That's why it's called the upper room. Before we will talk about a roof, let's talk about why it was a roof. According to tradition, according to the God law, it's not tradition, every Jew who lived here had to give a room for free to a family that doesn't know. Now, are you going to open your room, your apartment, your house to strangers? Usually the answer is no, but you might give them the roof. That's why it's upper room. Then they went to the roof and they prepared the Passover meal. When Jesus came, he blessed the food, they started to eat, and then he said something that the Jews are not doing it in the Passover meal. He said, eat that bread, drink that wine. He told them that one of them will betrayed him, and he told them that he is going to die and to resurrect in about 3 days later. Then you can understand the problems. So many problems, and especially when it's almost midnight, and at least in the Jewish Passover of today, the Jews must drink at least 4 glasses of wine. Then, in that case, so many new things. Then let's start to talk about it. The first Mass, the first liturgy, the first service that you can find or you can visit and you can be and you can do and you can part of every church in the world started here. And the priest, the pastor, was Jesus himself. Can you understand the meaning of it? For me, that room or that site was the first church ever. I will repeat it. The first church ever. Then now you can understand why it's so important for me to be here. Now you can understand why it's very important for me to enjoy the energy of that room, although, as you can understand, the acoustic is not the best acoustic, but I'm almost sure that you can hear me. Now, the name, the room of the Last Supper, is not the best name ever, even the upper room, because so many things happened in that room. Let them just go out because it's too noisy now. All right, 3 of them already left, less noisy. What about choosing the 12th disciple instead of Judas? What about washing the feet of the disciples that were here? What about resurrection time and doubting Thomas that was here as well? And what about Pentecost that was in that room also? And in Pentecost, the message was spread the rumor all over till the end of the world. Then this is for me not only the first church ever, it's the center of Christianity. Pa-pa-pam. Now you can understand the meaning of it. And when the Pope arrived to Israel, the first place that he visited is here. When someone that I'm guiding, a Christian, the one who believes in Jesus, arrives, even without talking about it, I'm taking them to the room of the Last Supper, unless he's got only 1 hour. Because that is the basic of Christianity. This is the most important place for me as a Christian, and that's why, Betty, you know why I'm here with you. And by the way, if you want to have your own cross, I think you're all right. I'm not sure that I talked about it. No, I didn't. Then, no, I did. Then remember, if you want to find the link, you can actually call me, send me a message, and I will send you the link. Then another group is entering, and I'm not guiding them, mainly because they are not speaking English. Then I will go to the other side. Now let's talk about the room. Beneath us, I already mentioned that it's the tomb of King David. Above it, it's the room of the Last Supper. The lower part, tomb of King David, belongs to the Jews. That part belongs to the Christians. You can understand the tension between those two groups. At the 15th, 16th century, they went to the Muslims to decide to let them to decide which one will enjoy the building. The Muslims came to the Jews down there and said, "My dears, David wasn't a king, David was a Muslim prophet, go away." And then they went up to here and say to the Christians, Jesus is not a son of God. Jesus is a prophet, a very important one, but only a prophet. Go away, dear Christians. And they even had a tablet who said, "We took that room from the pagans. The one who believes in the Trinity, according to them, are pagans. And we turn it into a holy Muslim site." Another thing that they built here is the mihrab. The mihrab is facing to Mecca, and every Muslim disciple who entered to here knows where Mecca is. And you can see here some Muslim groups that visiting that place. Another thing that you can see here are the windows from the mosque. Sadly, a crazy guy broke part of it and they renovated it. And I do have a video that actually describes us, how we did it. From the Christian time, you can see the beautiful structure of the Crusaders. You can see here a very beautiful column that used as a second use by the Muslims, and you can see here a falcon mother who tried to feed her chicks with her own, but because he had no food, she decided to feed her chicks from her own flesh. Let them stay alive. I'm not important. Actually, this is the story of Jesus. Another thing that you can see here from the Crusader time are graffitis of so many Christians who arrived here. For example, you can see it here. And you can see one more here. And you can see the word Allah, which was part of the mosque itself. From 2000, we got a present from the Pope who visited Jerusalem, and he gave us that. This is an olive tree, and according to the let me just go up. Just remember that tree and the three branches. When the Pope came, I mean, if you go to the book of the letters of Paul, in one of them you will read that when St. Paul, that used to be a Jew, converted to Christianity, came to the places that converted to Christianity as well, he realized that they started to hate the Jews. And he said, "My dears, you are part of that heritage. If you will cut the trunk, you, the new branches, will die as well. Then don't do that." From the mosque, you can see here a minaret. Now, why it's not in the hands of the Christians? Because the tomb of King David from 1948 is part of their Jews, mainly because of those tensions. And maybe one day they will change. It will be different. Meanwhile, the Christians got 7 days here to pray. And you can find it if you will write the room of the Last Supper or the upper room in my YouTube channel. You will find so many videos of it, just like Betty found. And why I'm here? Because I felt that Betty wants me to be here, although she didn't write me a thing. She just asked me to bless it, and I will bless it. Already started blessing it. And should I climb up to the roof to show you a little bit of Jerusalem? You know what? Yes, it's only 16 minutes. You know that my videos are usually long. It's a beautiful view. Although it's cloudy, it's still beautiful, I must say. Then the Dormition Church is in front of you. That's where Mary fell asleep / died. To the left you can see the western part of the city, and you can see that it's getting better. I mean, the clouds are not so heavy, not so rainy, and it's actually not so rainy anyhow. There you can see Mount of Olives, but I will go to the other side because I don't want to disturb those people. It's drizzling. I'm happy. We need every drop of water. We have a drought here this season. Mount of Olives is in front of you. The tower that you see right there is the Ascension Church, and from here Jesus went to Garden of Gethsemane. Now it's difficult to see Garden of Gethsemane, but you can see the Golden Onion Church. Beneath it, it's Garden of Gethsemane. Then that's the way that he did when he reached the garden. And that's where Judas betrayed him. I don't know if you can see between those two trees. Faintly you can see the top of the Moab Mountains, Jordan. If you can see that, somewhere there, just write me a comment that I'm not actually dreaming. You can see the lower part is more, it's darker than the sky itself, but you can understand that between the Jordan Mountains and us is the Jordan Valley, the Judean Desert, the Dead Sea, and the Jordan River. I just uploaded a video of it lately about the Jordan River, and if you watch it you will understand that we have no water at all, and that's the end of the rainy season, and it looks like it's suffering of lack of water. You can see a little bit from here the Golden Dome, which is the site of the Jewish temple. Jesus used it 3 times. Here he actually came from here. Wow. When he was there, just before he ascended into heaven, he told the disciples, go back to Jerusalem and wait for me in the same room. Now go back to Jerusalem, it's obvious. Remember, 3 times here every Jew must be in the city, and that's the Passover. It's the first time, 50 days after Passover, it's Pentecost, Shavuot. And where's Bethlehem? Over the horizon, not so far away from here. I missed Bethlehem sadly because of the war. I cannot enter there. It's not safe to enter, but I promise you the first time that I will enter, I will take a video for you. And I'm actually blessing each one of my friends there that's suffering even more than me. Even more than me. Oh, you can hear it looks like the IDF airplane. Just yesterday and 2 days ago, the Yemens sent a missile through Jerusalem. Can you understand that? Muslims yes, they are terrorists, but they sent 2 missiles through Jerusalem. They could bomb the Dome of the Rock. Some of the Jews actually said in that moment, "Oh, I wish that they will do that, and they will be able to build the third temple." Who knows? Crazy, crazy time. I will go downstairs to show you stones from the 1st century. I'm not sure that I will be able to take a video at that time, mainly because it's Shabbat and I'm not sure that they will let me take a video, but let me go all the way down. Now on the way, what I want you to see, I will talk about it here because I'm afraid to talk about it there. See the small stones? That's how you're building houses. But someone looks like he brought some stones from the temple that been destroyed and started to build here a new temple. Remember that I believe that it's the first church ever and the center of Christianity. My energy is here. My energy is here.
הוא עושה וידאוים לתיירים בחוץ לארץ. הם עולים ביוטיוב.
הם מדברים עברית?
צפיות.
אתם מדברים עברית? איזה כיף לראות אותך. Hello, hello. Remember, you know exactly Talmud.
Hi, how are you? We are at the tomb of King David.
Hallelujah.
The room of the Last Supper.
We've been there. It's open.
And the rain doesn't stop us.
Sorry, the rain won't stop us. Even the rockets from Yemen won't stop us. Bye, Nishama.
Bye.
Bye, bye. It's Talmud and it's in Hebrew. She's smarter than me then. All right, remember small stones? And I will stay here. This is the entrance to King David tomb, but you can see the big stones? It looks like someone wanted to build something very special. I believe that he built here the room of the Last Supper at the 1st century. We know that the first Christians, after they flee from Israel, came back. True or not, I don't know, but it looks like it. Guys, it was a pleasure to be with you in these 22 minutes, actually 23 minutes. If you reach until the end, I want you to write me that you did it, and I will bless each one of you. Secondly, if you are a new, if you just subscribe to my channel, I will be more than happy if you will tell me that, and I will bless you as well. Thank you very much for being with me in that. Now it's full with energy. It started with lack of energy. Now I'm feeling the Holy Spirit. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.